Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. This is your monthly reading for June. I'm a little bit distracted by the image that I'm seeing in the water. That's why I'm like, what? They're actually showing me a very odd scenario in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. They're showing me an image of a door opening. It's like a garden, okay? There's a door opening and there's a ship sailing through the door. Now, those things normally do not exist together, so I'm wondering, could this be a very famous painting that I'm not aware of, or I'm just going to have to decode it separately because I'm not really sure what they're trying to show me with that. I mean, doors opening are always very positive, portals of change for you to step through, opportunities arriving in your life. Now, because the door is opening, it looks like a beautiful door that's opening into like a garden, or there's a garden. So it could be an invitation that you will receive this month that will open doors for you. Perhaps there's a networking opportunity there, or maybe even an opportunity to meet someone who will change your life forever. Maybe you're going to feel a bit more sociable than usual, getting out of your comfort zone, but also the ship represents your journey. So it can also indicate that you're questioning your direction at the moment, or there are opportunities on the horizon. The ship is very positive because it means you are focusing on something and you're moving closer towards it. So I'm not sure why they're showing me those images like that. I will look it up online just to see if there's a famous painting that is a ship going through a door in a garden. It's so random. I mean, it might be a Dali painting or something like that, but I will look it up. I've not seen anything like that before, so please take it as it resonates. Okay, they want me to go another one. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Well, there's your portal or a door that's opening in a garden, that's for sure. Okay, but what I was seeing here is it was almost like this actually, with a ship going, it was going through. So I definitely know that there's a ship in this deck. Okay, so really interesting. That's the exact same card that was on the bottom of the deck for the Taurian reading as well. So yeah, I know that there's a ship in this deck, but they're just showing me the garden with a door opening in it, and there it is for you. Okay, so I will read these cards in a moment and pick up the energy from them, but I'm just going to go and get the rest of your cards first and let you know about all the alignments that may influence you over the month of June. Now, June is full of major astrological events, the main one being the planet of passion and power, Pluto. It moves into the sign of Capricorn. Well, it retrogrades into back into the sign of Capricorn. It's been in Aquarius for a little while, but it moves back into the sign of Capricorn right up until January 2024. And it's extremely important when it comes to business. So, and also politics. Now, I don't like to talk politics, but the energy is showing up, so I will mention it. Financially, we will see bigger businesses cutting back, or businesses in general cutting back, streamlining their expenses. But it is an opportunity on the collective to really focus on their finances and bring an intense move towards more prosperity, if that's the energy I can feel right now. I mean, collectively, we will all feel the pinch as, you know, Pluto moves into, of course, the sign of Capricorn. But it's more for you to watch your budget so you've got more money in the bank. Okay, so it is a positive penny pinching month, shall we say, where you find better deals, discounts, and opportunities to save. So you're purchasing the things that you want, but at the same time you're finding you know, them for cheaper elsewhere, and it's not lacking in quality as well. I just find you're getting like discounts. Okay, now when it comes to governments and this energy, it does mean that some governments you will see major changes, people being voted out or people reshuffling cabinets, if that's what they call it, things like that, in order to listen to the voice of the people, shall we say. And some governments around the world, you may even see them being completely brought down, or in some areas dissolved in certain ways. And I don't really understand the energy that I'm picking up, but I really feel there's like a major restructure that will bring benefit in the long term. Okay, so I mean, those restructures, they are implemented over the next 8 to 10 months. You won't see the full effect of those things until 2024. Okay, so yeah, it's a long drawn out process, but you will actually see things being structured right now. Now, okay, the star energy. They wanted me to go, I mean, that's 2 stars now you've got here. So stars are going to be very relevant for you. And if you've got Scorpio placements, there may even be something in the Scorpio reading for you for the month of June, because also stars were very prevalent in that reading as well. Now I'm just going to get your final cards and let you know that Pluto is really all about cutting out dead wood in your life. So on a personal level, you're going to feel compelled to declutter your life and make fresh new starts, anything that's no longer needed. You may even start with the home space, looking at items that you've outgrown, some things that you may even put online to earn more money from. I definitely see that you are restructuring. That even includes your diet, your exercise routines as well. So I feel like you're cutting out anything that makes you feel lethargic or makes you feel low energy, anything that doesn't feel good for you, so that you can re-energize your batteries and feel like a little bit more clarity to move forward in the month. Now, of course, the full moon enters your sign, my beautiful Sagittarians, on the 4th of June. So this is perfect for you and will really influence you. I actually see that you have exciting times ahead. Okay, I actually see the road ahead for you is very, very positive indeed. Now, this influence, it will help you get clear on your direction. So if you have been questioning your path or trying to streamline your schedule just to make sure you have more time for you or more time to do things that you enjoy, this is a positive step. You'll make adjustments that will align you with your true desires. This moon is also called the strawberry moon. So it attracts abundance and prosperity, all that you have been working really hard towards. And it's a perfect time to tap into that energy to achieve whatever it is you've been working towards or whatever it is you have set as an intention. Now also, being in the sign of Sagittarius, you may feel compelled to take a quick getaway or book a vacation or something to look forward to, because the energy changes pace. And I'm hearing right now, because I'm clairaudient as well, I'm hearing, it's very disorientating actually, it's almost like I'm hearing like a Formula One track, you know, those speedy cars that are going round and round circles on a track. It's like zooming really fast. I'll have to try and decode that energy. I mean, some of you may literally have tickets to go and see some racing, or you may feel like you have been going round and round in circles on something. And you may have felt that you've been like getting nowhere, or you're wondering, is the goal, the end in sight? I really feel that you're close to a finish line on something that has been difficult. It could have been a move. It could have been a new project. It could have been a relocation or a restructure. You're really close to ending it, and you've had to have a lot of patience. You've had to be strong. I feel like a brighter time is coming ahead for you, okay? Okay, they want me to go again. That's unusual, but they do. And we've got the Queen of Wands as well. Okay, so this is a very powerful month for you, but I definitely see that there are some blockages that you are revisiting, shall we say, in order to release them this month. And I feel like you're almost like taking your power back this month to attract something, magnetize something towards you. It's definitely success. You got the star energy there, and it's shown up twice for you, but I'll dissect it as I go along for you. Okay, also, I want everyone to be aware that there is a new moon in the sign of Gemini, and that occurs on the 18th of June. Now, this moon is something to watch. It's actually called a void of course moon, okay? And it can feel like a void, literally, like you feel numb. It just feels like a dead space energy, and it is not a good time to start anything, okay? Sign contracts, set up, direct debits, to buy electrical equipment or start a relationship. That particular day is not a good day, okay? Because there's an old saying, and it is anything started under the void of course moon bears no fruit. Okay, so it's just one to watch. 11 hours after that energy, it is perfect. So start anything you like 11 hours after that course of void moon. It's so important. And the reason it's 11 hours afterwards is because we have Saturn, harmonizing with Jupiter, which is really beautiful, but it also conjuncts the north nodes, and this is a perfect alignment for good luck, prosperity, and good fortune. So anything you start, or anything that you're launching, or any ideas that you've got, or even if you're moving, try to avoid the 18th of June, okay? 11 hours after the 18th of June, or even before the 18th of June, just watch out for that new moon energy, because it is a little bit, you'll feel a little bit more sensitive than usual. You may even feel a little bit like clouded on that day, where your thoughts are racing, you can't really concentrate. It just feels like nothing gets done on that day. So just watch out for that. Now, also, although that is kind of like a negative thing to look out for in the month of June, it is actually a great time for you to check in with your inner narrative. If you've been like extra critical on yourself or hard on yourself recently, this is a time where you'll start to notice it, because Gemini is of the mind. So you cancel out any negative thoughts in order to bring more compassion for yourself, and to feel really proud of all that you've achieved so far. Even if you feel like your goal is still way off, you're actually closer than you think, and you realize it, that you are making progress, okay? Now, your first house of self-identity is starred for you at the beginning of the month. So, excuse me, this is for finding more time for you. You may feel like revamping your image, whether that's like cutting or restyling your hair, decluttering your wardrobe, or making new additions to your wardrobe. It's all about self-expression, so that's why I'm just mentioning hair and clothes, or, aesthetics. It can influence, the first house can influence aesthetics first, but also it's about personal development. So a lot of time for reflecting on things that perhaps are not going so well in your life, so that you can restructure. It's a perfect time to start again in some area of your life if you feel something is, you're dissatisfied with. But if everything is plain sailing and you're okay with it, then of course more of that. There's going to be an attraction of more abundance. The stars are aligning for success, and you've got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. But I feel this is a time for recalibrating all those things that you feel dissatisfied with. So, for example, if you have been working really hard and you're not getting out having fun with your friends, you'll definitely create a little bit more balance in your life. There's some invitations coming on in, and if for example, you're not happy with the finances that you're getting in your job, if you're in a career sector, you may look elsewhere for opportunities that value the effort that you put into your working environment and pay more money. So it's a recalibration. Now, your seventh house takes over from that mid-month, and that really asks you, how is your love life? Okay, it's really that blunt. If you're single and you're looking for love, this is a perfect chance to reinvigorate your love life. If you're attached, of course, you will become more aware to keep the relationship fresh. The seventh house is basically, you know, about partnerships as well. It doesn't have to just be about love. It can be about the exchange that you have with people, making sure that they value you, that the effort that you're putting into things, you get a fair exchange. But some of you may feel compelled to start businesses with people, or start a club with people, or, you know, really connect to people who are like-minded individuals. And so it's a perfect time to feel a little bit more sociable at the end of the month. But at the beginning of the month, you may feel a little bit more reflective, shall we say, on things that need adjusting or reorganizing in your life. Now, your first card, of course, is the Star. So this is very, very positive. It says here, hope, recognition, goals, dreams, fame, wishes, optimism, making progress, and your reputation. Anything you do, I feel like you're being noticed this month, okay? Now, I do feel you're going to get nods of appreciation from your family, because I do feel like you put a lot of effort into your family life. You know, there's a lot of responsibilities you have there, and sometimes you take on more responsibility than most. So you may feel that you're always the one making the calls to make sure, you know, things are set up online for people. You may be the one who always reads the letters out to a family member to like discuss the course of action that needs to be taken, or you put like bills and things in your name. I feel like there's a lot of, you know, admin and due diligence that you do. You take up a lot of responsibility within the family unit, but also within your working environment as well. And I feel that people are really going to notice and appreciate you and realize that you do so much for everybody. And I feel on a personal level, it gives you satisfaction knowing that, you know, you are adding value to not just your own life, but to others as well. And you feel content that everybody's okay. And I really feel like you're not a people pleaser, but I feel like you just look after your soul tribe, and they mean so much to you. And that's going to be, I almost don't want to say rewarded. It just feels almost like a nod of appreciation from someone just saying, you know, thank you, or, you know, you're awesome. Someone could even write a note like that, or just tell you to your face, you know what, you're awesome, and I really appreciate everything that you do. It has not gone unnoticed. That's just, you know, it gives you a sense of pride that actually, you know what, you are making a difference. Now, this could also be in your career sector. I definitely get you being recognized for the work that you're doing, and your efforts will pay off. I definitely see with the Three of Pentacles here that you are very creative, and I feel like you will benefit from teamwork or some sort of creative collaboration. But ultimately, I feel like you're attracting something that you've been working really hard towards. A goal that you have in mind, you are going to see progress in that area. And I feel, well, they're showing me the 16th day. My guide literally pointed to timing. The 16th day, Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter is a planet of good luck expansion. So on the 16th of June, there is some sort of good news. They're actually giving me two words in the water right now. Good life. Good life. Okay, so this could be something bigger that perhaps you've been waiting for regarding news. I mean, the star is an Aquarius energy, so Aquarius is of the mind, but it's also communication. So it could be collective. It doesn't just benefit you, it benefits other people. So for example, if you have been contesting a bill or a fine or something like that, and, you know, it's something that is not fair, and it kind of benefits your whole family, for example, to get the bill or fine like voided. I definitely see things like that happening for you. Okay, anything that you're disputing, even if you're sending back like an item that you purchased and they're like, no, you can't have your money back, or you have to pay for the return fee, something like that. I feel like you get it quashed, like you get your way. Okay, I feel like you lead with integrity and you actually get your desired outcome. Okay, so lots of things like that on a personal level. I also feel that there is a wish that you have been secretly working towards, and I feel you will gain clarity on that at the end of June. What they're showing me is that it's almost like if you feel that this is not reachable or you haven't managed to get there yet, you're going to see that you're going to make progress. And if you feel like there's been a missed opportunity in your life, I definitely see a revisit of that opportunity. It may come in a different form, but in a better form. And I feel like there's a lot of pleasure and success that comes with this, okay? I mean, with the Queen of Wands, it can be something that you're passionate about. It can be something creative. It could be an opportunity, but also it could be a return of your confidence after a difficult experience. So I will pick up on it when I get there. We do have the tunnel, okay? So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Someone in the collective said last month, I think it was, why is there never a light in the tunnel, okay? That's a really good question. My guides were like, because if there was a light in the tunnel, would people move past it and move forward? So it's almost like you have to work towards it. So if you have been going through a difficult time, feeling lost, or you're exploring out of your comfort zone, they're indicating that you're nearly at the point that you want to be at, okay? It says here, hiding, passage, journey, lost, refuge, exploring the subconscious mind, and dark times turning into divine timing. So we've got the Capricorn energy there and Saturn, okay? So Pluto is moving into, of course, Capricorn, but I do feel as this is Saturn, this is like your focus, rules and regulations. You're being a bit stricter with yourself to focus on something, especially if you're changing direction. I feel like you're trying to gain some sort of focus in the month of June, just to keep you working towards something, keeping the motivation going, because I feel if you've been a little bit lost recently, or you have been searching for direction, because your judgment card is in the resistance position, and that's about your true calling. So some of you may have felt a bit of self-doubt, or you may have felt there's a blockage, a stagnation, or even you may have felt that there has been an experience that you went for and you felt rejected from. I feel like this is returning to your life, and it shows up in a better form. It's almost like, even if it was, say if your boss promised you a promotion, right? And this is just an example. And, that promotion never materialized. And you're like, oh, they said they were putting me up for promotion. That didn't happen. I'm still in limbo. Nothing's moving. I've hit a glass ceiling. Suddenly, you may find in your inbox an email from like, a careers agency that's like, a perfect job situation that is meant for you. And you're like, you know what? It does mean I have to move, but it gives me more money, more flexibility, and it's more exciting. It gives me an opportunity to stretch my skills and elevate and climb that ladder of success. And the reason why you were not meant to get that promotion was because there is something else waiting in the wings for you. So I definitely see that you are closer than you think to your goal, and anything that's been very difficult, I feel there's a portal of change opening up for you in the month of June that will be very, very rewarding. Now we also have garden here. Garden is, gardens are something you nurture, you pay attention to, you care about, and you go through a period of growth, something that perhaps you've been focusing on for a long period of time that will actually be very beneficial for you. It says here, party, event, meetings, reunion, crowds, playing the field, networking, and retreat. Okay, now, excuse me, some of you may be thinking about literally taking a retreat, a spiritual retreat, or maybe even a journey of discovery, vacation, where you go and discover new lands or new cultures, but you learn something about yourself and other people. There's a richness in education with whatever travel you are booking. But I mean, it's number 20, and that's the judgment card. So I feel like there is a portal opening up for you regarding your true calling this month. And it may even connect to the voice. Because I don't know if you noticed, my voice is changing as I touch this card. It's really odd. I almost want to ground myself because I'm like, that's... So, I mean, instantly it's kind of like it's going back. But what I get here is you're not stuck in a situation. I feel like you have a lot of potential to explore new opportunities this month. And I feel that there are doors opening up for you where you will celebrate something, okay? But you may leave a place in order to discover something more rewarding. Now, this could be leaving an area, it could be leaving a relationship, it could be leaving a friendship, or it could even be just traveling or leaving a business. I definitely see that you are returning to happier times and returning to doing something that you love. Even if you're retired and you're like, well, I don't work anymore, I feel like you're rediscovering parts of yourself that perhaps you've neglected over the years. And I feel like you could rediscover a love for something that you used to do. It could be, something creative, something that you trained in, something that brings you peace. And I definitely see you reconnecting to those things. It could be a hobby. It could be something that's exercise related. It's definitely something that you put your energy into, where you almost like channel your excess energy into it to create something that you're really proud of. Okay, and it could even turn into a business long term if that's what you're hoping for as well. Now, your first card really in your protagonist energy is the Justice card. So this is a card of finding balance in your world, but it's also the law of karma. It indicates that whatever effort you're putting in, you're getting rewarded for those efforts. There is a payoff here. But the Justice card and number 8, normally it's number 11 in the major arcanas, but it's number 8 in this deck, which means you're being really honest with yourself. If there needs to be an adjustment in your life to bring more happiness, more reward, and, basically more fun and spontaneity in your life, I feel that you're definitely making those adjustments this month so that you can enjoy life to its fullest. Now, I can hear that Formula One thing again. Okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. They're giving me a sense of increased excitement with this. Maybe that's what that means. Or maybe you feel that time has been speeding up and there's never enough hours in the day and you've got a lot on your plate. You're always multitasking and you have so much to do that you need to bring some sort of balance. You need to be really strict with yourself and say, look, there's a time and a place. And you need to factor a little bit more fun or getting out there with friends a little bit more into your life. But I definitely see that you're readdressing the balance here with the Justice card. But it can indicate that you have a big decision to make as well. This is a card of being logical about making a decision. And I do see with the Justice card, a lot of you are going to be very busy with paperwork, with calls, with emails, with things to do with tasks. Okay, so I definitely see that some of you may even have legal matters to look at, whether it's new contracts with something that, maybe you're setting up new providers within your home space. It could be like an energy provider or a new phone line, or I definitely get you on a more mundane sort of home domestic level, doing a lot of sorting things out, not just for you, but for your family as well. So I feel balance is important, and recharging your batteries, because we got the 10 of Wands, and this is a constant message that keeps coming up for you, my beautiful Sagittarians, about running on empty. And I feel sometimes we have to learn to either ask for help or to delegate. So for example, if you have a lot of responsibility in the home space and you're lucky enough to have a sibling, you could be like, you know what, I've been picking up a lot of the slack recently. Hey, I can't manage to call these people today. Could you do it? And, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff. There's something, I mean, it could even extend to like your working environment. If you're in a career sector, delegating is a skill. Sometimes they always say, if you want something done well, you may as well do it yourself. But sometimes that can mean you're taking up too much, and it leads you to feeling burnt out, but also resentful that nobody is helping you, especially if you're working with people who are lazy, or, with the 5 of Swords here, it can indicate that there is some sort of like drama, or I wouldn't say office politics, but there seems to be like a little bit of like trouble in asking people to help. Okay, so I feel if you've got some sort of toxic situation that you're experiencing, whether it's in the working environment or whether it's even in the family environment or even in your friendship circle, I feel like you are revisiting the energy in order to recalibrate, find balance and find your voice to say enough is enough. Okay, so something you've been struggling with, I definitely see that you're eradicating that this month. I mean, for example, the Five of Swords in this position, it can indicate selfish people or drama or conflict. Okay, it feels unfair. So even if you're in the working environment and something feels very unfair, it can at times make you feel defeated, like, oh, I've tried everything, you know, and just I never get any help, or just, dear universe, just give me a break, right? I definitely see that your break is happening for you in the month of June. And I feel you're identifying a problem or a blockage that has been bugging you for some time. And I see you actually ending it. It's like the end of a difficult situation, okay? Now, we do have the Two of Pentacles here. So again, there's a need for balance. The Two of Pentacles really indicates that you have a lot on, okay? You're really busy. I feel with the, because they give me that sound. I wish you could hear what I can hear. They're giving me that sound. It's so loud. This Formula One sound. Maybe it's like that you're always going a mile a minute. And when I really stop and think about a racetrack, you know, they go round and round and round, and it seems like they're going nowhere, right? But there is like an end game. There is like a finish line in sight. And there may be something that you have been working towards, but it just feels like an endless cycle to get there. Well, they're showing me the, you know, the flag, the finish line flag. Okay, so I actually see that some of you may finish projects this month, or you hit a deadline, and but I get a sense of slow down. Okay, slow down, because it can be that you've been doing so much that you've never given yourself a moment to think, or there's just this energy of just taking a bit of a pause this month, and that's round about mid-month as well for you, okay? Two of Pentacles also is a card of, you know, finding pleasure in what you do and being flexible, being adaptable, but you need to find a balance between work and play, or your projects and tasks and play, because life, you know, it can't be led doing one thing all the time. Otherwise, you'll burn yourself out. You'll feel unmotivated, even if you love what you do. You know, there has to be some sort of variety in your life to be fully fulfilled. So I feel you're trying to adapt to change. Some of you may have relocated, or you're thinking about relocating, and there's a lot of change going on in your world at the moment, and you're trying to find your place in that, okay? But with the Two of Pentacles, this can indicate that you're eager to experience new surprises, or eager to experience excitement, but you've planted some seeds or some projects that you've got in motion, and you're waiting for them to take root or sprout, and it's in a development stage. And when things are in a development stage, you want to get stuff done. You want to see the results. And I feel that something you've been nurturing, you will see results in the month of June. And things are going to develop in a very unexpected way, even better than you thought, okay? You're actually manifesting your dreams, but I feel like you need to make some adjustments, or find an interesting new approach to what you're doing, to feel like you're having fun with it along the way. I hope that makes sense. Now, the Three of Cups does indicate that there is something to celebrate this month. There is some really good news, and I feel also that there are lots of invitations. You may find yourself going out a little bit more than usual, being a little bit more sociable than usual, whether that's events to the theater, or out for drinks with friends, or, you know, out for dinner, or catching up with people that you haven't seen for a while. I definitely see that June is a little bit more of a sociable month for you, okay? Also with the Three of Cups, this is a card of community. Okay, some of you may, if you've moved to a new area, you may be rediscovering yourself, part of yourself, but also discovering the area, and, you know, how you connect to certain groups or restaurants or communal events that really, you know, vibe in the same frequency, put you in contact with people who, you know, share similar thoughts, ideas, or experiences as you, or even people who are diverse and, you know, you can learn from. Now, also the Three of Cups, I'm really picking up an energy of sharing resources, and there being luck in money. Okay, I think what I'm picking up, I'm going to pull a quick card here. They're showing me luck in money. So with the Two of Pentacles, this could be you setting up a second stream of income, or you already have two jobs and you need to find a way of not burning yourself out or spreading yourself thin. But I definitely see things taking off for you in a very positive way, a very lucrative way, shall we say. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? The Temperance card, that's you. So that's about finding balance, of course, mixing things up, having fingers in many, many pies. It can also be about blending your energies as you work towards something. Some of you may have to compromise where you focus on one thing first and then the other, so you need to compartmentalize your time. But this really, you know, the Temperance card is all about you finding purpose or finding life's meaning for you and re-examining your priorities. And money, of course, is important, but also enjoying the journey is equally so, okay? I know we all need money to pay bills and things like that, but I feel there needs to be a little bit more enjoyment for you, and you will be seeking out opportunities for enjoyment. Okay, now we've got the Two of Swords here with the Chariot card. Some of you may be contemplating a move, or you've just moved and you're unsure about getting around, or you're unsure about the area and you're about to discover it. Some of you may also be thinking about relocating or creating some sort of change in your life, and you're taking a moment to pause, to ask yourself, what's the right course of action? Okay. Well, the Chariot card indicates that you're removing blockages, or you're coming out of your comfort zone. If there's been stagnancy in your life, or you felt really grounded, like nothing's happening, same old thing, different day, the Chariot card indicates there is a move away from that. And I feel like you're going to be right on track, but you need to make some adjustments, or perhaps some of you may take a different approach. The Chariot card symbolizes making progress after a period with the Two of Swords there of not really seeing the progress. And especially if you are, you know, in the middle of change, it can indicate you're about to discover new lands and you feel very uncertain about the way ahead. And you can't see how these changes will benefit you. But the Chariot card indicates you will be successful, you will be triumphant. And after a period of feeling very uncertain, you'll see that actually you're making progress, and you'll be confident in the choices that you made, that you're heading in the right direction. Now, for some of you, I feel like you're being very temperate with your spending. I definitely see that you're keeping a tight rein on your finances, because energetically you may feel that things are shifting on a global scale. Financially, things are going up in price, and there are some major changes economically. So I feel like you are just, you know, putting yourself in a really good position should there be anything that's major happens economically. But I actually see that, you know, you're in a really good position financially, or will get there, whatever it is you're planning. But I see good news coming for you, but I just feel you're doing so many things. There's this energy of feeling a little bit scattered in your reading. So I do feel like you will find clarity and peace of mind this month, where things just get a little bit easier for you. The pressure is off, and I definitely see that you're trying to manage your stress levels as well. You're not letting little things get to you. I feel like you're looking at the bigger picture this month. Now, we do have the Judgment card. It is in the resistance position, so some of you, as I said, there's this element of stagnation, and you know what path you want to be on, but you may feel it has been a difficult. It's almost like moving through mud when I feel this card. You may have felt that things have been, you know, reaching the goal has been slow, but at the same time, everything else has been spinning so fast around you. You may even feel like the days have been like ticking over really quickly, and you're like, oh my gosh, is time speeding up? So I feel you've had a lot on, and I feel that some of you are almost, well, the Judgment card is a self-evaluation period. So I feel like you are at a fork in the road where you're realizing something needs to change, and you're in control of that change. And in order to do that, you need to remove the blockage. And we've got the Devil card here, which really is quite a positive card. Some people think the Devil card is an evil card, but it's a really positive card that highlights where we feel stuck, or where we feel truly helpless to change our circumstances. But with the star energy, it indicates that you will see clearly and find inspiration on how to change your circumstances for the better, so that you bring more success and more prosperity into your life. The Judgment card, I see you definitely focusing a little bit more on your true calling this month, and I feel almost like a second wind of energy where you're going to feel a little bit more excited to and motivated, shall we say, to move towards your goal. My beautiful Sagittarians, the battery on the camera just died. So that's really unusual because the camera battery was full when I started your reading, and it's drained super quick. So perhaps that's how you've been feeling. Perhaps you've been feeling a little bit burnt out, or you've been trying to gather the strength to keep on moving forward, but you're feeling very overloaded at the moment. There's always something to do. But yeah, I'm just going to move on from that energy, but I just thought I'd let you know what the break is in your reading. I just had to go change that. Now, also, I feel like you've been building a very authentic relationship with yourself, and you've been stepping into your higher power in order to be on your true prosperity path. Some of you may have been working really hard in one job, for example, and you may be trying to pave the way to really step into your true calling. So you may be, spreading yourself thin. As I said, it's been exhausting, but where there is a will, there is a way. And I really find that you're going to be satisfied with the success that you'll achieve because of the effort that you've been putting in. If you're retired, some of you may be looking at, a slower pace, and you're normally used to a quicker pace, and you may be finding the adjustment a little bit difficult, especially if you've retired and your friends have not decided to retire at the same time. You may be seeking your soul tribe, or seeking things to do with your freedom, traveling, venturing forward, experiencing new things, but you may be picking up a new hobby is what I see here, that actually you enjoy doing it creatively, but it could become something that brings in extra money long term, okay? Now, with the Judgment card in this position, as well as the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups, I really feel some of you are checking in with your inner narrative, because I do feel that you've had a lot of tension going on recently. And with the Eight of Cups there, I feel like you're kind of walking away from any drama or any, conflict, because I feel there's been a lot going on for you personally recently, and you just don't need anyone to add to the situation. With the Five of Swords in this position, it does indicate that there is peace of mind, and that you've been feeling a little bit restless for a while, but I feel like you've identified an area where you feel triggered, or this could be a person, it could be a situation, and I feel like you're eradicating it, you're leaving it behind this month. And I feel like you're really standing in your power and separating from very selfish people. So for example, if you have a wonderful friend who you love dearly, but they always, say, yeah, come and visit me, and they never really travel to you to see you, but then you see that they actually go travel and see other people, you may start to think, okay, why is it I always have to go to them all the time? Why is it they find time to go to other people, but not to me? So I really feel you're trying to find balance in your life, and there may be some things that perhaps you've neglected because you've been so busy, and these may be personal things that you've neglected, and I really feel you get back on track in the month of June, and you get stuff done, and you feel really proud of yourself that you've accomplished these things, because it means you've got a new clean slate as you move into July, okay? Now, the Eight of Cups in this position, it can indicate that you're really keeping an eye on not repeating any patterns in your life that have caused you to overthink. With the Eight of Cups, I definitely see that you have been going through a major period of personal development. You've been on a journey of discovery and seeking deeper meaning and greater authenticity in all areas of your life. So anyone who does not cut the mustard, that's a really strange sentence. I don't use that normally, cut the mustard. I'm going to have to even look up that sentence. What does that even mean? Cut the mustard. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Maybe that's something that you'll come across, or something that you say. I get the sense it's like something that does not meet the grade or cut the grade, sort of thing. I feel like you are leaving it behind. You're walking away from it. You're fully learning from past situations, and you're abandoning anything that makes you second guess yourself or makes you triggered or causes tension or conflict. I feel like you're standing in your power and you're having integrity, but also you're having the courage to walk away and live and let live. Okay, so I feel it's almost like you're not going to argue with people who just never listen. Okay, I feel like there's something that perhaps it's almost like a brick wall that you've come up against in some area of your life, and you're kind of looking at it like, it's not worth it. It's not worth my energy. I'm just gonna walk away now. Okay. Also with the Eight of Cups, it can be an energy of, how can I put that? Recognizing that life is for the living, okay? And if you're not enjoying it yet, I feel like you're walking away from things that just take up too much space that just is not worth it. So I really get this, you checking in with the exchange and releasing anything that perhaps has been stifling your growth or stifling your path for some time. The Eight of Cups can also represent a change in direction. So some of you may be contemplating a move or restarting some area of your life or just changing direction in your career. It's a transition period when you get the Eight of Cups, and it gives you an opportunity to really, you know, be on the right track and bring a little bit more peace into your life. Now, the outcome energy, we do have the Devil card. What I see here is some of you definitely looking at temptation in your life. Okay, now this could be tempted to eat bad foods or tempted to connect to people who have a negative effect in your life. I definitely see you having the courage to leave that behind, any temptation behind. Okay, anything that you feel stuck on. Or addicted to, or anything that tries to control you. I feel like you're releasing it. You're breaking the chains from that in the month of June. Also, if you've been experiencing any toxic patterns, if you work in a toxic environment, or there's been anything that has been causing you anguish, I definitely see you identifying it and finding an alternative approach so that you can, you know, not let it control you. You are commanding it. I definitely see a power shift happening in your life. Let me just pull a card on that Devil, because the Devil card can represent fear. Okay, especially if there's change occurring or there's reshuffling going on in your life. With the Devil card and the Courage card and the Star, it can indicate that you are controlling your fears. You're not letting your thoughts run riot and stifle your journey. I definitely see you escaping anything negative. You're evolving and you are having the courage to like feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what I'm definitely getting here. Ace of Wands, a new direction, new inspiration, having the power to transform your life in a positive way and dream big. This is, you know, seeing the bigger picture. The universe is like offering you an opportunity. Now, this could be a creative opportunity that really aligns with your vision. It could also be bringing a bit more spontaneity and adventure into your life. You are a very original person. You're very enterprising. So if you are starting up a new business, I see it being very lucrative, but you may feel a little bit nervous about it. We got the Ace of Wands, the Second of Wands. It's almost like baby steps. Okay, you got Ace of Wands, then the Two of Wands there. So it's like you are making progress. You may feel restless, but progress is there. I definitely see that you're checking in with your journey and asking if you're on the right track. And the answer is yes. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I definitely see that you are being very conservative with your time and your energy, but you're also attracting abundance. You're working towards a life of comfort. You're protecting all that you've worked really hard for. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this indicates that you have a plan that is grounded and you're committed to something that will flourish, that will, help you in your endeavors, and you will attract more money towards you as well. Okay. Some of you, as I said, you're setting up a second stream of income. It could be from the home space because the Queen of Pentacles is all about, domesticity, but also I feel like you're nurturing something that you've been working on for quite some time, and you're being very resourceful. the Queen of Pentacles, there's normally rabbits. Oh, there it is. There's the rabbit. Okay. And it indicates multiplying your wealth. So I definitely see that new creative ideas, being inspired in the month of June, being really productive, and, you know, taking action on something will be very rewarding on a financial level. Now, it doesn't always have to be about finances. It can be that you are finding new ideas to drum up some savings to purchase property. Some of you may want to go into real estate, and I definitely see this being very lucrative for you as well. The Courage card, of course, is, you know, to stand strong in your power and to be self-disciplined. So when you have the Devil card with temptation and you have the Strength card, this is really about self-control. You have the power to be self-controlled. You have the power to make decisions that can be healthier for you, that can put you in a really good position. And it's all about choice, basically. Also, the Courage card is all about self-care and self-love and respecting yourself and basically teaching others how to respect your boundaries as well. So this is a very prominent month for making yourself heard, expressing yourself, but also standing in your power and valuing yourself and making sure that people do not mistake your kindness for weakness, and really break the chains over anything that is trying to control you or anything that has a negative experience or brings a negative experience to your life, or brings a negative influence to your life, should I say. Okay. I do see that you have your eye on a particular goal, and some of you may be looking at a new approach to that goal. You may be trying to find an alternative way to make it happen. I definitely see that you're on the right track. Even if you tweak the plan a little bit, I definitely see that you know, things are aligning for you and success is assured. With the star energy, I definitely see a lot of abundance coming towards you, but this is about clarity. It's about hope. It's about having faith. Some of you may have felt a little bit confused on your path, or you may have felt a little bit lost or in limbo, but I definitely see that suddenly the right ideas or the right decisions will come to you. The answers that you seek will arrive for you in the month of June. The star energy can also indicate take time to heal from any negative experiences, especially if you've been, you know, dealing with a toxic person or situation. Sometimes we need to take a step back, really to find our footing and also build our confidence back as well, especially if it's been a personal relationship that you've been dealing with. It can knock you for six. Okay. Now also the star energy does indicate that there is some sort of wish that you are working towards, something that you have in mind that you've been asking the universe for. This is deliverance. That's what I'm picking up on, a deliverance here, a wish being offered to you. And I also see you being, I keep getting the energy, and it's right from the very first card, that you're going to be recognized and appreciated for all that you turn your hands to. The star energy really lends itself to a brighter future to look forward to, and that you'll be grateful for all that you have released, but also all that you have to come towards you. If you've been through a procedure as well, I'm picking up on about 18% energy of Sagittarians. If you've gone through a procedure or some sort of unwellness recently, I definitely see that you're going from strength to strength and you are healing. So allow yourself to heal. And with the final cards here, especially with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands, I really see that you are creating more independence in your life, because the Seven of Swords is a card of, you know, standing true to your convictions, not conforming to other people's expectations. But it's also about you engaging in sustained effort towards, you know, you having a very independent lifestyle, or, you know, you're not doing everything that other people do. You're not following the crowd. And sometimes when you're doing things differently or you're swimming against the tide, it can feel very draining. It can feel that you're on your own in the direction of your dreams. But actually, I feel it will be rewarding. Just don't burn yourself out. Take some time to reflect or pause in order to recharge your batteries. Now, I do feel with the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Devil card, there can be, I'm going to pull a card on it just to confirm, but there can be an energy here of someone abusing their power in a situation that has caused you a lot of difficulty, that is someone perhaps who's tried to set you back or disappoint you or even derail you from your path. But I see you taking a step away from this person or this situation, standing strong and not entertaining the drama of it, because I feel like there's envy there. And I feel like you're actually eradicating that. You're standing true to who you are. With the Queen of Wands, I actually see that you are having a bit of a glow up. And when people are going to be very successful, those around them who do not feel happy with their own lives, they try to knock people down. They try to drain their energy so that they do not reach the success that they are capable of, because they know they are not capable of the success that you are. So I would definitely watch that with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Let me just, you may have had a setback that you have been feeling frustrated about, but I actually see that you're going to work it out. It's going to get a lot easier at the end of June. I just want to see what this Ten of Wands is about, because the Ten of Wands can indicate that you're very strong, okay? That you've carried a lot of burdens, that you've been overcommitting yourself in some area, but you're about to set that down. You're about to release that. You're making space. You're clearing the way for a new beginning. Three of Pentacles. Interesting, because you've got the Three of Pentacles here. So it can mean that if you're in a working environment and there's been a lot of office politics, there may be someone who is not pulling their weight, someone who is trying to take credit for your ideas. You will spot this person. You will eradicate the competition. And I definitely see that you will find a way to move away from this person. I actually feel like this person may even leave your sector, or they may actually be called out by somebody else in the office, and I definitely see that they're being removed from your situation. With the Three of Pentacles, it really means that people are talking about you behind your back in a really good way, in a really positive way, but there's that one person who feels it should have been them. It's that one person who is not pulling their weight. They're not willing to put the effort in. Six of Wands, you will be victorious. You will be successful. You will rise up. So whatever this is, I see reward coming towards you. And any setbacks are actually going to be released into the past. You're releasing that completely, okay? You may even be, some of you may be thinking about partnering up in a business with other people, or maybe even in your family unit. That's going to be very successful. They give me the word thrive. That will thrive, that will, okay? But there's some really great news that is coming right at the end of the month of June, okay? And it will see that all your effort is paying off, especially if you've had lots of setbacks or you've been feeling misunderstood, because the Seven of Swords, it's not a negative card. It is actually finding an alternative approach. The tradition of the Seven of Swords, you see the figure running away with the swords, and actually the history of the card, this figure is taking the swords away from the army because he does not want to fight. He wants to find an alternative way to approach a delicate situation, but he is being misunderstood in his actions. He wants peace, but the situation, it looks like he's actually stealing the swords. So I feel like there is something, maybe even a misunderstanding that you may deal with in the month of June, but it will actually be resolved, okay? So I definitely see that there's a positive resolution to this situation. And some of you, if you feel that there's been a very difficult environment, you may actually leave a space to enter into something new. I definitely see that you are attracting a lot of wonderful opportunities in the month of June, but I just see that you're leaving something in order to get something better. Okay, I definitely see this sense of releasing something, and something more rewarding replaces what you're letting go of. Okay, now they're showing me how talented and gifted you are, and you're going to be a little bit more productive than usual, very creative, and the project that you've got on your on the back burner, or the project that you've got on the go right now, it will be very, very successful indeed. And there is news attached to that project, okay, that is coming in right at the end of the month, and you're going to feel proud of yourself. I know I've said that already, but I feel there's an element here of you feeling like dissatisfied, that things are not moving in the right direction, but there is accomplishment here for you. And I definitely see that you're going to stand out from the crowd. With the Queen of Wands, this is a card of attraction. It connects to creativity, creative collaborations, being inspired, but also that you have very strong friendships, and it's important to remember to get out there and have fun. Also, your passion is your power. So whatever ignites your attention or your focus, this is the universe indicating that that's the path to take. Anything that makes you feel fire in your soul, really connect to that, because that will be very successful for you. Some of you, if you've been looking for love, I mean, I don't feel love is really your focus this month. I feel more that you're connecting to your true path, to your prosperity, and to your true calling this month, and trying to release any blockages and get a little bit more organized. But with the Queen of Wands, I definitely see that you are very attractive. So if you are looking for love, I feel that, you are attracting attention, but you need to get yourself out there. So if you're not on a dating app, or you're not getting out into events or invitations, there's going to be a lot more this month. And I see you getting out there and meeting new people and having new rich experiences and bringing a little bit more spontaneity. They're actually showing me an invitation to like a birthday. Okay, that if you're looking for love, you'll definitely meet someone at that. Okay, that's what they're showing me there. Also, I really get a sense that you may feel tempted to spend at the end of the month, okay? But I feel balance is required. Of course, spend your money however you want, but I feel look around, shop around, because I actually see you getting a lot of deals and discounts this month. So don't purchase the first thing you come across. I would say, just see if you can find it cheaper on other sites or other stores, because I feel you're actually going to find a discount this month. Okay, so yeah, your reading is very scattered, and I'm not really sure whether it's your energy or my energy, but maybe that's how you've been feeling. So I do apologize if this is a little bit all over this place, this reading. It just feels a little bit like needing to refocus. Okay, I'm just going to get your final cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? They want 4 cards. Okay, so we have Sacred Alchemy. Okay, so that is about your inner magic and, you being able to attract what you desire. Thoughts become things. It says the magical process of creation, creating a life of magic, union with the divine. So it's really about tapping into all the energies that are available to you to get stuff done and have developments in areas that you can see, the visions, the bigger picture. I keep coming back to this energy of a bigger picture for you. And we've also got waiting. Okay, maybe that's the frustration that I've been feeling in your reading. It says waiting for something or someone, a delayed action, and trying to have patience. But as you can see, this beautiful figure here, the gold is starting to materialize. So I definitely see that you will be rewarded, but it is a slow moving process and you will be satisfied. And as you can see, it's interesting that the gold is appearing on this figure's feet. So it's about taking action, making your mark, and taking the first step. So I feel it's almost like there is a strategy to whatever it is that you need to implement before you accomplish whatever it is you're setting out to do. So I feel like you're in the middle of the steps, okay, towards, the goal. And you are on the right track. I really feel like you're on the right track. And it says here, finances, business and financial matters, fruits of labor paying off, and financial opportunities. So that's going to be a very rewarding time for you. I definitely see you attracting more money, that's for sure, and implementing new ideas on how to capitalize on the finances that you have. And we also have Priestess of Light. So this is you really connecting to your inner power, to spiritual practices. It says your light shines for others. The world is your oyster. Powerful manifester. So again, it comes back to thoughts becoming things, and that I really feel like you're in a very powerful position, and that you're attracting some really good things into your life right now, but you're in like the process, you're in the steps. It's almost like the stepping stones, and it's closer than you think is again what keeps coming out here. Okay. Now, some of you may implement spiritual practices at this time or go on a spiritual retreat. I definitely see that doors and portals are opening up for you. Things are starting to flourish, but just like the garden card that came out, it takes time. And sometimes when you plant a seed, you can't see the seed anymore. It's in the earth, and it's germinating, and it is moving. It is actually, you know, starting to grow, but it needs to push through all that earth before it sprouts. So I definitely see that even though you can't see on the physical plane that things are happening, they are definitely happening, and you will see reward. Definitely at the end of June, there is some sort of mark of success with good news or some sort of indication that you are making progress. So yeah, there is movement here. Now we do have the Sun rune. Okay, this is all about success, but it's also about happiness, joy, victory, achievement, and accomplishment. But it's about clear vision. So it's really about, you know, seeing what it is that you want to accomplish. And sometimes when we feel a little bit clouded or we feel a little bit stagnant and stuck, we feel frustrated and we just take our foot off the pedal for a little while. And I feel this month is really about getting back on track. Also, we have the Wisdom rune. Now this is all about gifts, okay? So I feel you have a gift that perhaps you haven't even tapped into yet. I feel like new inspirations are coming your way, but I feel like your knowledge is going to help you get to where you want to go. You have everything you need within you to create your destiny. And we also have water, okay, your emotions. So this is, you know, developing psychic gifts. It's also about your intuition, but some of you may be a little bit more sensitive than usual this month. Maybe that's why I'm picking up on this fluctuation of feeling a little bit scattered. Some of you may have felt a little bit isolated recently. So I do feel the month of June is a little bit more full on with invitations and getting out there and having fun. Okay, but I feel grounding your emotions as well is important, especially as you move through that new moon in Gemini, okay? Now, that was a very complex reading, so I do hope something resonates in that reading for you all. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.